It's very rare that I do a standalone case review. However, this thing I have right here, the Sama S50, might just be the best mid-range case out there, and this is not a sponsored video. So with that said, welcome back at ImWateringPSUs, and let's get straight into it. Now, this case currently is on sale on Newegg for $89. I don't know how long it is gonna last, but even at MSRP of $109, this is great value, and it also comes with great price in Europe. As you guys know, I'm from Italy, and this is a great buy currently. Why? Well, first of all, because it's a massive case where you can put whatever you want in terms of hardware in it. You can put an RTX 5090 with a i9, Core Ultra 9 or Ryzen 9, no problem in it, with a massive water cooler, and still make it all fit comfortably. It comes with 4 pre-installed fans with an RGB and fan controller with an empty slot, so you can also connect your only one. And the RGB you see now is all running through the integrated controller, so with no motherboard control. Of course, if you hold it, you can switch to motherboard control. But it supports up to 11 fans. That's a lot. You even have a place for one here. Now, this build here today is actually a pretty budget build because I wasn't expecting the case to be this good, and that's actually why I'm making this video, because I figured since it's so cheap, this would be yet another like mid-range, low to mid-range case, unimpressive, and I just went ahead and did a build with a 3600X, which is actually decent even in 2026 if bought at the right price. We overclocked this with 6000 MHz DDR5 single stick 16GB because we still have dual channel, and we paired it with an RX 9060 XT over here, 16GB model, so this is a 1440p gaming PC coming in for pretty cheap. We put an high-tech cooler, FSP power supply, 1TB Kingston NV3, nothing crazy, just the usual good old value hardware, but the case really impressed me, and I figured it's worth the recommendation to you guys because cable management on the back, you have a ton of space, and you also have one of those screwable pieces to mask all the cabling. Now, if you follow the channel, you know I don't really spend much time doing cable management, and I didn't spend much time doing cable management here either, but it came out looking very nice, and that's all thanks to the case. It's not my skills because I did nothing for it. And the case also has a great airflow because even though it has a pretty large glass panel on the side, it's fully mesh. So it's mesh on front with a good mesh on the back with a filter on it, and also mesh on top, dual mesh, even though this mesh doesn't really do much. But if there's a bit of airflow in the back panel, this also helps since the power supply is relocated, because this is technically a dual chamber case because the PSU is up here, not on the bottom, and it's relocated so you don't have the direct access to the actual switch on the PSU. You have the cable coming out of the back. Minor inconvenience, not really a problem, honestly, and you get the space and the design back for it. I/O is pretty normal. We have 2 USB 3.1, 1 USB-C audio port, and then LED control, which you can also switch to reset, and power button. It's all machined, and it's all very premium. Even the design here, it's curved. It's very unique. In person, it looks even better. Now, only problem I could see, it's not really a small footprint case. Like, it does occupy a large chunk of your desk. And also, when you have all the panels, all the glass panel, and the back panel, since the glass is also pretty thick, it's pretty heavy. If it's empty, like when you're building it, it's pretty convenient. It's not heavy at all, but once it's all filled out, it can be pretty heavy. However, this is a case made to be filled out with a ton of hardware. Again, 420mm, only one water cooler, or at least a 360. This build here is very underwhelming for what the case can do. And just spec it out with something that needs cooling, with a power-hungry GPU, for example, 9070 XT. In a lot of cases, we have issues with 9070 XT because it draws too much power. And in a case like this, you're gonna be fine, especially if you fill it all out with fans. So, cutting the review short, again, we don't have too much to say, but this is something I fully recommend. I'll show you the pictures, show you the photo shoot a little bit. It's good from every angle. I think you guys should build in it. I also really like the way the cover for the PCIe slots on the back of the case opens up, like little details which show you that this is a very good product. And you guys can go buy it. I fully recommend it. I'll leave a link to it down below. Also, few words before we get out on Sama, because how is the case so cheap? This is actually interesting. Because Sama is an OEM, it's not a brand. I knew Sama because I tried a few of their power supplies, and they're crazy good for crazy low prices, right? So I did a bit of digging, and it turns out it's because they produce power supplies. They don't just, most brands, they don't produce the hardware, they just make the branding and the look, and they commission it to some factory somewhere. Sama, they are OEMs, they're actually making the products, and that's why they can make them for cheap, because they also make products for other brands, which then get sold at a higher cost for marketing and stuff, even though it's the same quality. Here you get the direct product, and that's why it's cheaper. This is very interesting, and if you watch until the end, I thankfully could tell you about it because I was almost forgetting. So with that said, if you have any opinion on this case, drop a comment down below. If you like the video, drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.